sidewalk. Well, it will be a very Merry Christmas for the people involved with Marshall football. The first time ever Marshall has won a bowl game. October 10th of '87, they beat Louisville when they were a 1AA school. That was a landmark day. December 23 of '98 is a landmark day as Marshall wins the '98 Motor City Bowl. Our final score, Marshall 48, Louisville 29. The NHL tonight is next. Now with Chris Marlowe and Todd Blackledge. Mike Tirico, Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching this presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
You know why I think Pennington called timeout? I think he wanted to set Pruitt up so they could douse him. I swear, I believe they planned this.
Well, while we were away, here's what Pennington perhaps was making possible. Well, they didn't get it too well. Just barely grazed
That's a pretty good move by Bob. You get out of the way of that stuff. It doesn't run all down your britches. That stuff stays with you till you get in that locker room.
They don't have to snap it. It's over. Marshall achieves perfection again. 13-0, and for the second year in a row, they are the champions of the Motor City Bowl. Total domination, both sides of the ball, by a team that will, without question, land for the first time in the top 10. Again, our final, Marshall 21, Brigham Young 3.
Second half, as the Marshall defense has come up very large, shutting out the Cincinnati Ball Club in the second half. Bob Pruitt getting congratulations and the attempt. Good job by Leftwich to dribble him.
Oh, yeah.
And a little streak.
A little streak on the back.
That's enough to be embarrassing.
That's perfect. That's enough to mess up his hair.
Jason Collins Baker gets the catch on what will be the final play.
Pitch it.
As he pitches it back to Ladarius Van. Van is taken down, and that will end the football game. Marshall takes it 25-14. Don McPherson, Holly Rowe, our entire crew. Thanks for watching the Motor City Bowl as Marshall wins again, this time 25-14. Playing well here in the second half.
So here's 3rd and goal now from the 8. The blitz. Leftwich steps up and throws, and it is caught. There is a flag down. Josh Davis has it for the touchdown of the end zone. There is a flag down. And it's holding. It's against East Carolina, and Marshall wins. Davis, Watts, and Marietta have had problems with drops all night, but when it's counted most, Watts, the tying touchdown catch, and Davis in overtime able to hang on. No extra point is necessary.
Steve, you and I have done a lot of games, and I'm not going to get into 64-61 and all that other stuff right now. But the one thing I got to tell you is that if ever we have had a game where a young man lived up to the hype, it was this one in terms of Byron Leftwich. That young man was outstanding.
He's coming back for his senior season at Marshall.
And here he is throwing that dart. Look at that throw. And really, that was a tough catch in the hands by Davis. That's got to be an excited young man. But again, the guy that deserves all the kudos is number 7. Playing through the hits, playing through everything else. Steve, 41 for 70, 577 yards and 4 touchdowns. Unbelievable.
Can you throw from the pocket or go left? Ragon as time expires. Down at the 15, and Marshall takes another win in the GMAC Bowl in Mobile, 38-15 the final. Byron Leftwich is the MVP. Marshall finishes at 11-2. And Louisville at 7-6. For Bill Curry, Mike Golick, Dr. Jerry Punch, and our entire ESPN crew. Dave Barnett, so long from Mobile. Pardon the interruption. Coming up next. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
Scott flushed out of the pocket, throws it, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Daquan Bembry, and that should just about do it for the Thundering Herd.
Theo Scott tried to force that one into Taylor Price, and Bembry had the coverage right where he needed to be. And this Marshall Thundering Herd hangs on. And they are excited about that. In Ohio, well, they'll have to try again because they do not get their first bowl win in school history.
Ohio and Marshall, the two schools about 80 miles apart. They will start a regular season series up again next year. You said it right there, Scott forcing it in, and Bembry comes up with his third pick of the season.
This Marshall defense, even though they got pushed around a little bit in the second half, they rose up when they had to. And Coach Minter got himself a bath he wasn't expected.
We certainly hope that he gets another opportunity to be a head coach again. He really handled this transition with grace, passed over in favor of Doc Holliday to be the head coach at Marshall starting next season. Now for today's player of the game, brought to you by Capital One. And we are going to go with the running back, Martin Ward. A couple of touchdown runs, career high for him, and also a 44-yard run. So Marshall finishes with its first winning season since 2003. They go to 7-6 on the year, and their first bowl win since they won the GMAC Bowl back in 2002.
Yeah, and hats off to Rick Minter and his staff for overcoming the adversity of losing Coach Mark Schneider, resigning at the end of the season. Minter appointed. Had the disappointment of not getting the job that he had, he threw his hat in the ring for, and yet he hung in there, got his team focused, and they came out of the gates 21-0 early, and they hang on to pull this one out.
Yep, Marshall at one point up 21-zip, then at 21-17.
Oh, excuse me, they are going to try to run for it. Instead, now throw, and it's caught at the 10, and it's Dobson for a touchdown. Holy cow. How about that for a play call? I can't say, Danny, I have ever seen that one.
I love it, though. You wondered if they would do it before, and they're in a fourth down. Get some yards, run some time off the clock. We talked about them going for the dagger. Sure enough, right there, Aaron Dobson, big touchdown catch to ice this game.
Hard to blame the FIU defense. How do you see that one coming?
They were sold out. 9 guys around the line of scrimmage, but your defensive backs are out in the corner on the outside. Look at everybody selling out. Nice job, Rakeem Cato, making just that one little elusive move. You see the safety on the back end, loses footing. You're on an island out there against Aaron Dobson, 6'3", 204 pounds.
Yeah, good luck. Woo. Boy, that kid is talented, too.
He really is. He's going to have a bright career at Marshall. Coaches have said they've seen him mature throughout the year, and this is a big growing process for him to step up and make plays like that to lift your team to victory.
What a stunner. Marshall now has salted it away. Upset about the move at all.
But just speaking about football, I think Maryland will do well. And how about for Marshall? Double their win total from 2012. And if you want to name the to start talking about dark horses for the Heisman Trophy, you have to keep Rakeem Cato in there as he hands Doc Holliday a game ball.
They've really grown this program together. And Marshall with a big win today in the Military Bowl. It'll be a nice trip back to Huntington, West Virginia. Once again, our final score, Marshall 31, Maryland 20. And now we send you to Houston, Syracuse, and Minnesota in the Texas Bowl.
The inaugural Boca Raton Bowl, the champions, the Thundering Herd of Marshall, dominating Northern Illinois 52-23. Rakeem Cato walks off in a Marshall uniform for the final time, leaving behind a trail of records that's going to be very difficult for anybody to break. But you know what? They said that about Byron Leftwich and Chad Pennington too, and it was done. Doc Holliday, rumored to be coming back with a long contract extension, and he is standing by with Quint right now.
Coach, from your viewpoint on the sideline, what do you think made the difference tonight?
Well, I think, we were a physical football team that we were able to run the ball there, played really very well defensively in the second half, and our guys made some plays. Cato's a tremendous quarterback. Shure's a hell of a little player. We're going to miss those guys.
Yeah, how do you best describe their chemistry?
Oh, they're unbelievable. They've been playing together since they were at Wynn Cherry Park down in Miami when they were kids. So love those two guys. Going to miss them a lot. Really proud of this football team.
You said you had high expectations at the beginning of the season. What's it feel like now to be sitting on a 13-win season?
Well, it's great. It's huge. I'm proud of our players. This team can play with anybody in the country. It really can. And, I'm just excited. That was a great Northern Illinois team we just played. They're a really physical team. They're a good football team, but I like our team a lot.
Impressive, Coach. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Dave.
Thank you, Quinn. And just a warning to all of you in the power conferences, you schedule these two teams at your own risk, Marshall and Northern Illinois.
Marshall will take a knee. They'll find their 10th win of the season. And the Thundering Herd, with 5 consecutive bowl wins and 3 consecutive 10-win seasons for the second time since rejoining the FBS. Gutty effort for Brian Sheriff's Bob Diaco's squad will fall to 6 and 7. Don't forget the trophy ceremony coming up live on ESPN3 after the game. Chase Litton celebrating with family and friends back home in Tampa Bay, and the freshman is able to lead Marshall to a 16-10 victory.
Doc Holliday is about to go to 5-0 in bowl games as a head coach. Marshall is about to go to 11-2 all-time in bowl games, and this would be Marshall's 6th consecutive bowl win. That is the longest active streak in the FBS.
Wow.
Tonight's Capital One player of the game, Tyree Brady, missed virtually the entirety of the last 3 games, comes back today. 6 catches, 165 yards, including a long touchdown reception. He's back next year. So many of the pieces for Marshall return next season. Pay attention to the Thundering Herd. They told us next year begins today. They've got a chance to be one of the best group of 5 teams in the country in 2018.
Agreed, Anish.
Marshall holds off a furious late rally by Colorado State, and the Thundering Herd are your winners in the 2017 Gildan, New Mexico Bowl.